Everyone, welcome to Rissie Talk. This is Hot Mess and Harmony. Being everything to everyone isn't easy, but Rissie is trying. From baby bottles to boardrooms, she's juggling motherhood, marriage, career, and her own dreams in the bustling chaos of Lagos. It's raw, funny, chaotic, and also relatable for every African woman trying to win at life without losing herself. If you've ever felt like you're holding it all together with prayer and vibes, this one's for you. Dear Diary, Rizzy writes, I used to be that girl. Heels clicking, schedules syncing, lunch dates booked 2 weeks ahead. Now, I'm drinking yesterday's tea and begging this child to let me pee in peace. The joys of motherhood. This is Rissie, and this is her husband Andy and their son Samuel. They share and make precious memories, sharing the highs and lows and the in-betweens. Andy and Rissie are still trying to figure this parenting thing out alongside everything else. Rissie is a creative director for the digital firm, and Andy is an architect. They are pretty busy, but try to make time for the things that matter to them. Before the baby cries, before the emails ping, there's a moment, a breath, the calm before the chaos. And sometimes it lasts just long enough to remember you once had a life with 8 hours of sleep. After 9 months of maternity leave, Rissie has to return to the corporate world. Being out of it for this long since she started her career life feels like a daunting experience, but she is determined to make it work. Returning to work after baby isn't just about clocking in. It's sometimes about pretending you didn't cry in the car 5 minutes ago. Returning to work after maternity leave can feel like stepping into a new world, but sometimes it greets you with open arms. The meeting started 80 minutes ago, but Reese's bra is on, her baby is fed and safe in daycare, and makeup halfway decent. Yeah, that's a win, right? She thinks to herself on the way to work. The Uber is humming through traffic. She breathes in. A new chapter begins. Rissy's manager and team welcome her back to work. I know it's a lot juggling work, parenting, and life her manager carries on. But if there's anything you need to ease back in, more flexible hours, less client drama, just let me know. Rissy felt a huge relief, as she had not slept most of the night wondering how the next few weeks and months would be, as she embraced a new reality. That was reassuring that her team and manager were ready to support her. Thankfully, today her schedule is not loaded. She has a million emails to read and a few meetings to attend, not forgetting to ring the daycare to see how Samuel is doing, catch up with colleagues, briefings on the current projects, and first staff meeting on return. In all, it has not been a bad first day back to work. In fact, it went better than she feared it would, and she hopes her team did not notice how nervous she felt walking in, very aware of how much her body had changed since she had a baby. And if she was being honest with herself, she's not the most confident she has ever been. Rissie admits she has missed her boys and cannot wait to get home to give them both hugs. She does not have it all together. But today, she fed her baby, made it to work, and didn't cry at the grocery store. That counts. The house is quiet. The baby is finally asleep. And Rissie, she is still standing. Not perfectly, not with ease, but with intention. And tomorrow, she'll try again. Today, she did not conquer the world, but she showed up, survived, and smiled, and that's enough. This is womanhood. This is motherhood. This is hot mess and harmony. You know it's serious when the call starts with, My dear, I just called to check on you, and ends with a lecture about why your child still doesn't have a sibling. Most Nigerian women know that I just called to check on you is never just that. It's a coded invitation to unsolicited life coaching from someone who last changed a diaper in 1989. Ah, the family WhatsApp group chat, the unofficial ministry of pressure. the family group chat, where messages come in hot, fast, and full of side eye. Today, 15 prayers, 12 baby photo requests, 7. When are you giving Samuel a sibling? Messages. And one auntie using 8 emojis in a single sentence. But the hot gist and gossips will not let you exit the group to get some peace. Plus, this is family, all part of the package. In Nigeria, most markets are for more than onion and tomatoes. They are sometimes for judgment and uninvited midlife interrogations. Ah, Rissie, long time, says Regina, the lady Rissie usually buys from. You've added weight, oh, she goes on to say. And before I forget, when is baby number 2 coming? Rissie rolls her eyes with a sigh and mutters under her breath about how she's just keeping about afloat with juggling life and motherhood. And this woman is here asking for baby number 2? Well, in God's time, she responded. They say pressure makes diamonds, but peace makes mothers who can breathe and love without fear. Not every expectation must be met. Some can be left unread because becoming your own kind of woman is more than enough. Sometimes, love shows up in a plate of jollof, and a quiet man who lets you unravel without judgment. Sometimes, it takes your person to remind you you're already enough. Self care isn't always candles and spa days. Sometimes it's standing in a hot shower and reminding yourself you're doing enough. Tonight, she writes, not to remember everything, but to let some of it go. Not every message needs a response. Sometimes the most radical thing a woman can do is not explain her joy, her pace, or her boundaries. Motherhood is magical, but also loud and messy and sometimes a bit leaky. Hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Hot Mess and Harmony, the chronicles of a modern African woman. From pumping milk during Zoom calls to dodging nosy aunties and surviving toddler tantrums while chasing career goals. This is the real, raw, and ridiculously relatable life of a 30 something African lady just trying to figure it all out, serving weekly doses of laughter, tears, truth, and tea for women balancing marriage, motherhood, work, waistlines, and wild dreams. Rants, all wrapped in humor and heart. Hit that subscribe button and come vibe with your tribe. We don't have it all together, but we're showing up anyway. We're figuring it out one step at a time. Subscribe for laughter, lessons, and late night mom rants.